Well, Brahma Kumaris is a spiritual organization with headquarters in India, and we do teach meditation and values and ethics. And we have around 6,000 centers in India and around 1,500 centers around the globe. And we're here at the COP. We're at the last 7 COPs, by the way. And we're here at the COP because we want to bring in consciousness into the whole process, because we believe to bring a change and to bring the negotiations forward, it is very, very important to change ourselves from the inside. And that is a subject which has not been, I would say, been of much interest so far. But we believe ethics and values from the inside have to become a fundamental part of the negotiation process, so that we find the right solution, we take the right steps, and we make use of good technology which is available since long time.
How could we introduce philosophical issues into the negotiations?
Well, in the last years we have seen sort of renaissance of religion or spiritual organizations, and yesterday you might have heard the speeches of our leaders, political leaders. They were talking more like religious leaders, with hope, with change and with unity and staying together. And now it's a question that they act. And we believe that faith-based communities, they can make a profound contribution. First of all, they reach out to a large number of people. And to combat climate change, it's not enough to use money or to use technology or to make a super strategy. We also have to reach out to the people and change their habits and change their hearts. And we believe that faith-based communities, they can play a profound role in the process.
So ecological consciousness is already philosophical issue.
Well, in a way, we can say that everything is interconnected. How I think, how I feel, I act. If I change my consciousness, if I change my awareness, I act differently. There have been studies, if you practice meditation, your empathy is increasing, your social competence is increasing, and you change also your habits on a very deep subconscious level. And we all understand how serious is climate change, and it seems quite obvious that we all, especially in the West, have to change our lifestyle. Therefore, we have to change ourselves from the inside. We have to consume less, we have to share more of the resources with others, and so on.
So yesterday, Indian government just said that the country cannot deal without coal exploitation. What do you feel about it? Is India unable to respect its ANDC?
Well, see, India is in a very difficult situation. It has a vast population. The land mass is not so big, so there's a lot of pressure for the present government to develop and bring a basic good living to all the people there. So I feel every country has the right to develop and progress and share the resources with their people. India has a vast potential for renewable energies, and I think a very, very ambitious plan to introduce renewable on a large scale. And we work since 20 years in India with the local renewable energy ministry, which is very special. India has a ministry for renewable energy. We work together with them. We do research projects in order to introduce, promote renewable energies on a larger scale. And since the last 20 years, I've seen massive changes in India in the renewable energy sector. Nowadays you see wind farms, photovoltaic is boosting, and at the moment we're setting up a 1 megawatt solar thermal power station with storage in order to introduce such a technology for India on a large scale. However, India is also a very poor country, and India is not responsible for most of the carbon emissions which are causing the climate change. So it is understandable that India is making a point here also, and the negotiations, of course, will be difficult because many layers, many facets are there to see.
Would you say that Indian people, not governors, but people, would you say that Indian people already have ecological consciousness linked to their faith? Most of them are already vegetarians.
Well, in India there's a very old tradition of ahimsa, means live peaceful with your environment, be non-violent. And if you see the old villages in India, they usually were working in cycles, and they had a very, very low, very, very small ecological imprint. So there's a very old and very powerful tradition of India towards a sustainable lifestyle. And I would say on the countryside, the people are very much aware of that. In addition, in the big cities, nowadays the environmental pollution becomes a big problem, and the middle class becomes aware of that. And there is also the consciousness of the people. And as far as I understand, in India, everybody is aware about climate change, its consequences, and everybody is ready to contribute also to make changes from Indian side also.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers and for your time.